Hey yo, welcome back to the Doug and Beyond. So excited for this. We got MLB opening day coming back up very soon, and yeah, we obviously have a whole lot of stuff going on throughout. Big signings that happened, trades that went down, just in general, big things happened, of course, throughout the MLB off season here, as we all expected. Obviously, there's always going to be some massive new contract is on the verge of being signed, and that's exactly what happened this year. We, of course, have the Mets. Actually, apparently, according to MLB, the Mets have done the most amount during the offseason than the Dodgers did, and the Dodgers signed a whole lot of people. They also a whole lot of money deferred on the Dodgers side too. They obviously got a big taste of that last offseason when they signed Shohei Ohtani to a massive $700 million deal, and then deferred 95% of it to right after he retires. As of right now, that's when he's 12-year deal, 10-year deal, something like that for him. He can probably still bank out another contract if he wants to at the end, just obviously depending on what's going on in the career and what's happening and stuff. So, but yeah, apparently according to them, the Mets have done the most. I think it's kind of banking off that Juan Soto signed the largest contract in MLB history by far with the with a 15 years, $765 million contract. As they actually did a breakdown. So when they do breakdowns, they usually take what happened the previous year and go along with that. So he will earn nearly $315,000 per game contract with $446 million, almost $47 million in 2025 and 28. Yeah, that's just insane. $315,000. He's buying a house. He's getting a house basically every day, like a smallish kind of house, but he's still getting a house nonetheless. Literally every day he goes out there and plays for 4 hours, and he's coming home. Go on Zillow, buy another house there. So you definitely can do it. But yeah, that's kind of what they're banking off of, how much that actually happened. They're actually saying that there's been the Mets have added a whole lot of war to them, with the Dodgers next, Red Sox, Cubs, Yankees, Rangers, Reds, Blue Jays, Phillies, Giants, Tigers, and Braves, which a bunch of them actually did a lot of work this offseason, including also the Rangers. They got a lot of new contracts there for themselves. But yeah, we obviously, right now, the odds to win the World Series are out with the Dodgers at the top at plus 275. Then we have the Yankees and Braves tied for second here at plus 800. And then it goes down with here the top 10 is the Mets, Orioles, Phillies, Houston, Padres, Red Sox, and rounding out the top 10 is the Rangers at 25-1. Actually, they're technically tied with they're tied with Seattle Guardians and Diamondbacks here on the season. And we go down, obviously it kind of jumps, and then it really jumps. And the last one right now is the White Sox and Rockies, each at 400-1 to win. So if you're really looking to really go on the edge and are a little crazy, you can go bet on the Rockies and White Sox to win the World Series, and you come out with a lot. You would come out with a lot of money, completely opposite of betting for even the top 3 here to win anything. Yeah, we got opening day. We actually really got opening day on the 18th and 19th of March here, as we have the Dodgers and the Cubs are kicking off in Tokyo again. They did this last year. I don't think it was the Cubs last year. I think it was the Padres. Dodgers and Padres there as they open it up on the 18th and 19th in Tokyo, which is actually where I think one of the Cubs players is actually from that area. So it's pretty cool, and obviously that's where a lot of these players played when they were in the Japanese league over there. Obviously Tokyo, Japan, all that. And then other special dates are May 31st is the World Series reunion rematch in LA with of course the Yankees going out there. Then July 15th is the All-Star game in the Truist Park in Atlanta, after they had the whole craziness a couple years ago with them losing it and stuff and all that. It was such a crazy story. I didn't actually kind of understand, but if you want to go look it up, definitely feel free. And then we have a very, very interesting game happening on August 2nd. It is the Speedway game with, I think it's the, I'm not remembering the other team, but I think it's the Reds and maybe the Cubs I'm kind of thinking about. But it's going to be kind of crazy. It's in Bristol Speedway. So if you think about it, yeah, granted, I'm pretty sure the middle is like a very, very, very large area that actually may be able to fit a stadium. I'm actually kind of just thinking about that now, that thing is massive, but a lot of it's concrete. And what do baseball players not play on? Concrete. They don't play on that. So it's going to be kind of very interesting to see that happen, and that is going to be taking place on August 2nd of this year. So really crazy stuff. I forgot that they were doing this on the Speedway thing, and I was like, oh yeah, that's actually happened this year. That's kind of insane. Bristol Speedway in general, the entire thing is gigantic. If you ever look at a NASCAR place, they are not small. Those things are huge. And the middle of it, it's going to be really interesting. I don't know if they're going to play it inside of it. That's what you think usually would happen. Hey, we're playing Bristol, but that would definitely be a sight to see, and definitely pretty cool to actually be able to go see that in person. But it's probably very hard. It would probably be very hard actually to see some of this stuff, but each their own. You kind of feel like you don't like it, but also can't hate it because you just don't know what's going to happen and stuff. But obviously the other games are all on a baseball field. So hey, this is going to be really awesome. A lot of great pitching is going to be on notice. We have hopefully some players coming back. We have obviously Mike Trout on the Angels All-Star and Superstar is going to be changing to right field. This might be hopefully help him not have to run around as much as him with center field and keep him on the field for them. And obviously they have I think they have 1 or 2 more years of their crappy contract with Anthony Rendon after he won the World Series with the Nationals in 19. Went over and has just basically been a horrible teammate, I would think, to say the least. I hope that they just kind of don't cover him and don't even just go play the game. Whatever, we don't need to hear about you ever again, and just go take your money and leave. Get out of the game. You're ruining it for a lot of other people on here that actually want to play, aka your teammate Mike Trout. But yeah, on the other side of teams actually doing a lot of stuff and making massive movements and making waves and basically trying to improve themselves for this coming season, we have 3 teams that didn't do anything. Those are the Cubs, Cardinals, Padres, and Twins. As of it doesn't look like they're going to do anything right now. But yeah, they did not make any trades or sign any MLB free agents. But that does not include the re-signings that some of them did along the way. But yeah, it's kind of crazy. You have some teams that the Cardinals didn't really do too well last year. Padres made it to the playoffs, and the Twins, they should have. Obviously, if you're a fan of them, you're like, why didn't you do anything? Go do something to make yourself better. We're paying all this money to go see you guys. Like, it's kind of insane. Like, that actually kind of would annoy me as a fan a lot more than doing something but not enough, because hey, your owners and your team was like, hey, like, let's actually do something. As the Yankees here, we had a really crappy World Series, a very good regular postseason, and a up and down regular season as a lot of teams have. But hey, they went out and did stuff. Like, you were like, oh, why didn't you do this? Why didn't you do that? They still did stuff. They still went out and did things unlike these teams, and that would actually probably piss me off even more than doing not everything you want, but something along the way. So let's see. Maybe they are just gonna wait for maybe they have plans for mid-season trades for the trade deadline there, and see where they stand and what they did and how they bring up some players from AAA and use them to do stuff. But hey, in the long way, things are happening. But yeah, gonna be a very exciting season. Hopefully, we're gonna probably have Shohei Ohtani back in there as a pitcher this year after having Tommy John last year and only being a batter and still being freaking amazing. Unreal how good that guy is, and if he can again. We all saw how he did on the Angels. One of the best players of probably this generation, taking over a bunch of other spots. But yeah, he's going to be probably back on the mound. Can't wait for that to happen. Even though I don't want the Dodgers to win now after they beat us. But hey, to each his own. Still a great player and someone to respect on what they can do. Apparently, there was a whole story that he does, like, a lot of people are either pitchers or other people are just batters, and they spend hours and hours getting their craft perfect and making sure that they're ready. And then he does things like half the time, and he's still just good. So I don't know, that doesn't make sense. But yeah, looking for some big plays, some awesome stories to go along this year. As always, good pitching, good all-around play in general, and just seeing how players can come back from bouncing back from last year if they weren't good, if they were hurt, if there were anything else. Just be awesome to see that in the end. So hey, we are going now back to good warmer days. I'm very happy about that also, which that always is obviously the sign that baseball is back. So hit the subscribe button. It is free. Go stay tuned for more videos on throughout the season. And hey, comment your favorite team and what you kind of expect on what other teams are going to be doing this season along the way, and who is going to be the crazy new riser, and who's going to be like, oh, what happened to them? Where did they go? Like, what's happened to this team? Kind of situation. So like, subscribe, share with your friends, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.